Well, Houston is one of dozens of U.S. cities lining up to contest the 2010 census counts, claiming that they're too low. At stake is millions of dollars in federal funding. Joining us live to talk more about this process, Houston City Councilman Mike Sullivan. Councilman Sullivan, it's hard to believe that millions of dollars could be at stake whenever the count is only off, by 500 people? Can you explain that?
Well, it is hard to explain. Of course, we take the census every 10 years, and Houston has long held that we were at about 2.3 or 2.4 million population since the last census. So everyone was surprised when it came in a little below 2.1 million. And the federal government bases all of their funding formulas to cities based on the actual population. And I don't know what the magic formula is, if there's a trigger point at 2.99 versus 2.1 million, but the city has decided through the mayor's office that they're going to protest the numbers.
Is this pretty well par for the course? Because now I've lived in 4 different states over the last 10 years, and it seems as if though this is just sort of what people do. Everybody always claims that the counts aren't high enough.
Well, it does seem to be par for the course, as you said. I did some research the last couple of weeks, and of course, whenever we voted to accept the census numbers, and protests are often made by cities, counties, and states throughout the country after every census, it's almost an expected course of action, it seems.
And yet it seems as if, though, for 500 people, gosh, I make bigger rounding errors in my checkbook. Is it really going to be that big a deal?
Well, you wouldn't think so, and I'm a little bit of a common sense guy on council, and one of the things that I wondered is that if the population of 2.1 versus 2.99 had to do more with our adding 2 city council seats this time, I think there was an expectation from the public that we would in fact grow, so everyone got excited and geared up for adding these 2 new council seats, and then whenever the census number did not justify doing it, I think the city was probably forced into a corner to say, okay, we have to find another 2, 3, 4, 500 people so that we can say we're 2.1 million and add these 2 new council seats. I'm a little bit of a cynic when I say that, but I think there may be some justification for it.
Do we have any type of a schedule for when we can expect this to be resolved?
Not that I'm aware of. This is my first time to go through a formal census count, and I've learned a lot during the process, and there are some details like that I'm just not sure about. I do know that the Justice Department had to look at our redistricting plan, which we also came off of, and that is directly related because, once again, we added the 2 new council seats. So it is a domino effect that affects us in a number of ways.
All right. We appreciate you taking the time out to join us. That's Houston City Councilman Mike Sullivan.